Hello, everybody! It is I, the great Krystal McSkeez's, coming to bless your bitch asses on this fucking beautiful ass Monday, the 1st of November. So, I'll be gone till November. November rain. Yeah, so it's gonna rain all day today. Oh yes, I'm so excited. My hair is fucking finally like starting to lose color. I've been washing it like every day. Because there's some strands I really don't like the color on, and I'm just like, get it out of my hair. So we'll see. Because I'm gonna be touching my shit up probably tomorrow, actually. That way by Thursday I won't have a completely blue face and all the way down. So we'll see. So we'll see. But anyways, just want to keep this quick and light only because I was going to go to the gym today, and then I decided my life has been chaos. I have been living in like a spiral of depression, and fucking I just haven't been able to function as like a real person and a real adult. So with that being said, hold on. If I smoke like 3 bowls, is that the equivalent to 1 joint? Yes. Oh, hold on, you're about to fall. I know it. Okay. So yeah, fucking, last night was good, like I said. Ava's friend must have been late to school today, because I didn't see her when we were there. I thought that was kind of funny. And no one must have been there today, because we left at 7:40. We got there at like 7:46 because there was no traffic. And I'm like, where are all these, especially on a Monday? Like, it's just unheard of. There's always hella traffic there. So that was kind of dope. I was very happy with that. But I did meet a new mom today. Her name is Sylvia. And she was super nice. She was like, hey, she's like, I really like your pins and your patches and all these things. I'm, oh, dope, dude, thanks. Because she saw my rainbow patch and it says, everything sucks on it, right? And people are always like, oh, I really like your rainbow patch. And then they'll read it like, oh. And I'm like, it is what it is, folks. So that is the thing. So I laugh at that. But see, this is not going to be enough trees, folks. Oh, not good. That's it. That is it, my friends. It's funny because over the course of the last couple of weeks, you've seen me gradually go from literally cutting it fucking open to now we're at the end of it. I've been trying to be a little more resourceful. Oh. Anywho. So what? So I've been like just not living the best life at my house. Like, I've had like baskets of laundry that have needed to be folded, and like my kids have enough clothes to where I don't need to wash and to fold clothes every week, right? Because they have like enough of a variety to choose from. But man, those socks, buddy. It's like, yep, nope. So today, instead of spending 2 hours at the gym bettering myself, I'm going to better my living environment. So that's the plan today. The plan today is to realize and accept and embrace the fact that I will now be living in the Bay Area. I will now be living in the Bay Area, at least for the next 4 years. Gotta make the most of it. Gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna try to start bringing my son with me to the gym, right? Because he's a big giant man, boy child, and he needs to be a healthier person. We can't have him be a fucking fat, obese, fucking worthless human being like fucking his aunt and like everyone on my dad's side of the family. So we're just not going to do that, and we're just not going to allow it. I mean, he's already been bigger than most kids for at least the last fucking 2 years. So it's like, yeah, Presley, like, now is the time. If your dad doesn't want to take you to the gym with him, because Dyer, he was losing a lot of weight for a minute, and then he just got hell fat and gained it all back. I mean, doesn't it happen to the best of us? So, but he hasn't been trying to lose it again, so that's fine. Like, I'm like, well, I'm trying to lose it because I have wedding pictures that I need to fucking be banging in. So, I'm gonna see if Presty wants to join me and then switch my gym time from, if he gets out at like 2:50 or something, from like 2:50, from like 3 to 5. And then he can come with me to go pick up the kids, and I can go with him to go drop them off. Like, that would be super good for him, and I would really, really, really appreciate his dad's support in this. So if you're watching, Dad, our son needs to be happy and healthy and not suicidal and depressed, and what's going to help with that a lot is body image. So let's work on that together, because that's what we do as a fucking ex parte couple and all these things. So anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, back to the fucking school mom. So she complimented my pins. I told her, thank you for that. I showed her my she's like, oh, you got the Darlin on there? And I'm like, oh shit, look at this fucking one. She reminded me, she was like 43, 42, because she was just like, oh, I grew up here. She's like, did you grow up here? And I'm like, yeah, I did, for sure. She was like, dope, because I showed her my Alf pin too. I was like, yeah, I'm like, my daughter was just asking me like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, that's Alf. And she's like, and what is he eating? It's like, oh, he's eating cats, because he eats cats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she was just like, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that was my childhood right there. And then she's like, oh, she's like, did you grow up around here? I'm like, yeah, I'm from here. And she's like, oh, okay. She's like, did you go to Logan? I'm like, I did. She's like, what year? And I'm like, oh, I'm class of 2004. And she's like, oh man. She's like, girl, she's like, you're young. And I'm like, what about you? And she's like, oh, class of like 98. And I was like, okay. And I was just like, I have some friends around that age. And I was like, my ex is actually class of 2000 or 99, I think. 99 or 2000, I can't remember what he was. And so, like, name dropped him. She's like, okay, like, named a few other people that they went to school with. I'm like, they were just a bunch of, like, brown DJs. And she's like, no, that's cool. And then we kind of, like, would just start, like, chatting. Like, she's like, I just want to know, like, how is your kid doing, like, in the school? Because I guess her son doesn't like to use the teacher's bathroom, and she like forces him to use it, and it like makes him really uncomfortable. And she's like, I just need to see what's up with that. And I'm like, well, yeah, like if he feels uncomfortable, like she shouldn't be forcing him. I love Ava's teacher. I think she is super fucking great, and I really like her. So I like varies with everyone, I guess. So there's that. But anyways, so yeah, so then she's like, well, what's your name? And I'm like, dope. And I'm like, you want to be friends? That's cool. Her name was Sylvia. And I'm like, Krystal, nice to meet you. She was like, yeah, for sure. I'm like, well, my car's over there. She's like, I'm gonna meet my husband over there. She's like, we have 2 kids. I'm like, yeah, I have to drop my son off at first grade first, and I have to fucking come over here. And she's like, oh, it's all good. I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. Because I mentioned how their dad and I were together for 11 years. And I'm like, and after 11 years, it just didn't work out. She's like, oh no. And I'm like, no, but it's totally fine. I'm like, happier than I've ever been right now. Seriously. And she's like, oh, but like, you know how people say that, but they're really not? It's like, no, bitch, I really am. Like, I really am. Like, I'm just mad I wasted so many fucking years. And I felt bad because Killing the other day was like, Mom, I know, he was like, I wish we can go back in time and Raymond could be my dad. And I'm like, Killian, it's not even about that, my son. And I'm like, it's just, Raymond wants to be there for you guys now, and I'm like, and when he moves back up here, and I'm like, we'll all be together again. And he, like, dude, my kids are heartbroken. They just really wanted to go to LA. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, and you can't tell them, well, blame it on your stupid ass fucking father who just wanted to ruin my fucking life and control me from a fucking far, right? Like, he literally gets off on this shit. He's just like, she can't fucking move. No. It's like, great. I'm just gonna go out and get a fucking house out here. Not a big deal. While you're still at your mom's. Living in the living room. On my bed that I bought. Have fun with that. Oh yeah, and also eating at my table that I fucking paid for. How about that? Up until fucking 5 months ago, you were still using the washer and dryer that I fucking had purchased. So yes, I know your family needs me, and you're welcome. So yeah, that is the thing, right? The kids know we're going down there for Christmas, and they're super juiced about that. And that's all I could really ask for. You know what I'm saying? Is like, we'll still be able to go out there and visit. We're still gonna be able to have time and spend time together. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? That is it. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, ultimately, fucking... Hold on. I don't want to break the thing. Okay, there we go. Alright, yes, good job. So yeah, they're just fucking bummed. They talked to fucking Mama Rose yesterday, and, they were like, because my father-in-law's really big on holidays, right? Like, really big on holidays. So Mama Rose sent over how they decorated their house, and I showed it to the kids, and they're like, I wish we could be there. They got really upset, and it almost made me wish that I didn't show them because of how upset they got. And I'm like, they're like, can't we just go? And I'm like, shh. I fucking wish, you guys. You have no idea how much I fucking wish that we could just get up and fucking leave. My ex may be content here with his little fucking breweries and his little fucking bitch and shit, because he has no real fucking goals. He doesn't plan on striving for excellence. And he's really just waiting for his fucking mom and sister to die because they both have life insurance policies. And then he could live off $1 million for like 2 years. Because realistically, whatever money he gets, I mean, he's just gonna... My ex is a spender. He grew up without having a lot of money, so he likes to spend money when he has money. And I'm like, I'm trying to travel and do some trips. So, these are the things. But anyways, so yeah. So, made a new mom friend. She seems really nice. We'll see how that goes. I hope Ava likes her son. Because there's nothing worse than, like, being friendly with, like, you know, some parents and then their fucking kids end up hating each other. It's like, oh, didn't know. Sorry. Didn't know your son was a fucking punk ass. Yeah, because Ava saw some kid walking up and she's like, that's the kid who always touches me. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's just like, yeah, she's like, he's just really annoying. He always touches my pens and stuff at our desk. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, well, make sure that if he touches you, tell the teacher so the teacher can tell you guys to keep your hands to yourself. Because Ava got a full-blown lesson on what keeping your hands to yourself really means. And, and that was funny because I told the fucking lady, because she saw me talking to Ava, and I told her that Ava was the first one to get in trouble. And she was like, her? That one? I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, she was all aggressive. I'm like, she, like, fucking took down this little fucking girl. This girl thought she was fucking choking her. And I'm like, but I can see it because Ava has an older brother. And I'm like, and that's not how they play. And I'm like, but, you know, like, when they have, like, their tickle fest and shit like that, that definitely happens. And I'm like, you have 2 kids. Like, I'm sure you know. She's like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, it's a thing. I'm like, yeah, for sure, it's a thing. So, that is a thing. Okay. You know, these trays are just so fucking clutch. For reals. Okay. Fucking tired, you guys. So, the word of today is productivity. We're going to do the laundry. We're going to fold it. We're going to I literally took it out of the basket this morning and put it on my bed. That way when I get home, it's like, oh, hey, you got something to work on, bitch. Get it done. But I'm bummed because I think since October is over, all the Halloween fucking movies are gone. And I would still like to watch a few Vincent Price movies that I haven't watched in a while. The Mask of the Red Death. I want to watch the Dr. Phoebes, or I don't know. There's a bunch of fucking movies, but I joined this Vincent Price group on Facebook. And we talk about all of our favorites. And there was like 2 of them that I've never watched. Or there was a few of them that I never watched. But 2 of them for sure that I'm like, I want to watch that. Because they're like, this is my favorite Vincent Price movie. It's like, what? Well, those are your favorites. Maybe I should give it a go. So I'm going to watch that. And you know what's dope is that, like, you see all these pictures of, like, Vincent Price as he's young, surrounded by these other groups of fucking men, right? Lon Chaney Jr. and fucking, Boris Karloff and fucking, the fucking dude that plays, I really am gonna have to, like, pause the video right now and go check. But anyways, there's a picture of the 4 of them when they're fucking young, and then there's a picture of the 4 of them when they're old. I'm like, yeah, dude, these were, like, the masters of horror back then. Like, these are, like, the horror fucking icons of forever. And they just hung out together. Hell, they were, like, the Rat Pack of horror, and it was dope. And I, like, see them, like, when they're young together, and then I see them when they're old together, and I'm like, I bet you that was a solid group of friends, some good-ass times together. So, I love Vincent Price, actually. He's my favorite. He is my favorite king of horror. These are the things. I wonder if Prius drivers feel inferior to Tesla drivers. Because now, you know how Priuses were the thing of their time? Right? Like, oh, well, I got a Prius because it's going to blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, dope. Well, I got a Tesla. Say something. I'm completely electric. It's like, oh, yeah. Because I don't know. That was just a random thought, because I just saw a random fucking Prius. A random Prius fucking shoot by my shit. So yeah, so laundry. I cleaned out the refrigerator yesterday. So that was a thing. And then, clean that out. Because there was just a bunch of things in there. And you know, I'm really bummed. I fucking made artichokes the other day. I ate one. There were 3 left because I anticipated on, like, my family being there and everyone left. And no one ate them. And then I had to throw them away. And I'm like, dude, these were, like, fucking... They were, like, $3 each. So there was 2 for $6. And I'm like, don't try to fucking con me, you assholes. That means they're $3 each, you dickheads. And it was just really expensive, but... My grandma loves artichokes. My grandpa likes artichokes. My mom likes artichokes. And we all just dip that shit in mayonnaise and don't even give a fuck. My friends. Oh, I have cheese and I really want to eat it. I have the cranberry orange fucking goat cheese. And I'm just like, oh, with walnuts. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. So yeah. So so I already cleaned out the refrigerator. I want to clean the floor. The floor is just fucking filthy right now. And so I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know when my fucking mom and my family's coming back. Oh yeah, so they're in Texas, right? My cousin had like this mass in his like intestine that was basically like stopping him from shitting. So they were like, well, we're gonna help you with that. And I guess he was able to fucking poop. And then after that, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna go in there because they like found cancer in his liver or something. So he went in for surgery, I guess. No one knows how he's doing. No one knows anything. And it's just like, dude, like, what really upsets me about the doctors in Texas is this shit has literally already fucking happened. His fucking mom, my fucking aunt, she fucking, my mom fucking, oh yeah, she fucking died of, she went in for an ulcer, or she went in because her stomach was hurting. They told her it was a fucking ulcer, to have a great day, and to fucking come back fucking, if it gets worse. She went back like 2 months later, and they're like, oh, you know, we actually found this, like, massive ball of cancer in your stomach. Like, how the fuck did you guys not see that the first time? Like, these things don't just... Fuck, I don't know. Maybe they do. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with cancer, how tumors work. But I'd imagine it starts off tiny, and then gradually gets bigger. Not just fucking one day you're feeling fine, and the next day you're massive. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, dude. That's 100% not how it should be. So there's that. And then he went in because he was having stomach issues, and they're like, oh, it's just this, you're just constipated. And it's just like, and now he has liver cancer. Like, the healthcare in America, folks, is so backwards. Like, We really just need it to not be about profits and being about helping people and like helping people live their lives as healthily as possible, right? And for living as long as they possibly can. And it's not about that. It's not about that. It is about killing people and charging them as much money as they can before they die. Because they're obviously like, oh, hey, this person got like 6 months to live. Let's give them all of this shit and make sure that we act like they lived for the rest of their life. And they pay us all of this money, right? So it's really fucked up and it's really unfortunate. It's one of those like corporate greed scandals that Americans don't want to acknowledge. Everyone's like, universal healthcare, what am I gonna do? Is you gonna fucking charge me? My taxes are gonna go up? It's like, bruh, let's think about this for just uno momento por favoro. Here we go. Every year I was working, I was getting like $175 a week, because I got paid weekly. $175 a week fucking for healthcare times 52 weeks is a lot of fucking money. 150 or 175, so basically it's $200, right? $200 every week, that's 2468. That's $800. $800 or 8 times 12 is fucking a lot. What the fuck is 8 times 12? 88, I don't know, 90 something. I don't know. It's fucking up there. It's like close to $10,000 a year, right? Is what I was paying for my health insurance. But if we get universal health care and they basically just want to try, they raise our taxes, but only by so much, and we're paying like less than or more than half, if we're paying less than half of what we like, basically Bernie Sanders laid it out like this. Like, I would only be paying $5,000 a year or something for this, and that would be with my taxes versus the $10,000 a year that I'm fucking paying. It could even be less. We don't really fucking know because we haven't really like looked at the numbers. I'm sure he did. I haven't looked at the numbers because I don't know, but oh fuck. Because I don't know about statistics. Also, I'm gonna do my speech today. I'm so fucking tired of putting it off. Like, it's just fucking time, folks. Fuck me. And then I need to write an email to my professors like, look, you guys, I've been obsessed and taken down this like fucking spiral of depression and anxiety and fucking like PTSD and fucking like having to like relive fucking sexual assault and fucking having to relive the stalking, and like it's literally fucking giving me so much anxiety that when I see things moving out of my fucking mirrors, you guys already fucking know I'm like, fuck, is that my ex? Because that's what it's like. That's what it's like when you've been fucking stalked, when you've been fucking raped, when you've been fucking completely violated in all the ways fucking by one person. And it was a person that you were in love with for years, you know what I'm saying? It's like irreversible fucking harm and unrepairable damage is what it is, because it sucks. I hate that. I fucking hate it. So anyways, that was the thing. That was a thing. And it really sent me to a very unhealthy place, personally. I haven't been going to the gym. I fucking haven't been doing my homework. I've been like hanging out with the kids, but like just keeping it super simple. Like, here's some paint, here's some arts and crafts, let's fucking do it, right? Like, but I don't really need to engage because they're doing it all by themselves. I just have to supervise and make sure that fucking, if they run out of, God damn it, Krystal. If they run out of fucking napkins after they dip their fucking paintbrush in water, get them some more napkins. If they're out of fucking paint, they'll be like, Mom, I need more orange. Got you. Pour that in there. Because I've seen them pour their own fucking paint. Nay, my friends. Never again. I was like, yeah, they're just wasting paint at this point. So yeah. That's just what it is, folks. So I'll send that email to my professors and be like, but everything has been resolved. I am now living here, staying here, and fucking I can move forward, and it's okay. And I will be getting right back on my homework as soon as I can. Thank you for your patience. Because my professor's like, catch up on all your shit, because what's coming up next is we're going to be learning all the fucking things that you're going to need for your final, because we're going to be drafting up a drafting up something. Last time our final was drafting up a case brief. This time, I don't know what it is. So, we'll see. Also, I love my champion hoodie. It was fucking hounding me on social media for weeks. It's this, and then it has like some little matching leggings, right? that that around the waistband they have like a rim, like a ring of all the colors, so that's dope. And then on the left hand side on the calf, it says champion in these same colors, and I'm like, that's a good look. I like that, because I love purple. It's my favorite color. Or actually, third favorite color. It goes green, and this is all shades of green. This is teal, this is fucking seafoam, this is mint, this is fucking all of them. Forest green, olive green, hunter green, all the greens, lime green. I love green. Love them. Orange. See, I thought orange was my favorite color, and it was for years, because I had like a bunch of orange clothes. I was hella raved out and had a bunch of orange things, and fucking all my candy when I would make it would be orange. So it was just like, it was my signature look. Orange grinder. Orange lighter. Always had an orange lighter. Once orange lighters became a thing, that was a thing. Orange pipe. It's still one of my favorite colors. Yeah, I could run around the neighborhood. That's the thing. I just saw some guy behind me going for a walk. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice day, actually. I love this weather, so I think it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Anyways. So, once I rejected them and apologize, it's time to get on the ball. Anyways, greens and oranges. Oh yeah, and purple being a favorite color of mine. I know where I was going with that, but purple is not a good color to dye your hair with. I feel like it comes out so fast. It's just one of those like, I don't know why it fades out so fast, but literally like within like 3 or 4 washes, you'll notice like lightning right here, and you're like, oh, is that what's happening already? Got it. Sounds good. Thanks. So there's that. And now that I'm staying in the Bay, maybe I can fucking find a fucking attorney's office that will let me have fucking blue hair. Because like I said, I'm going to let this grow out. And then when I go to my interview, I'll have blue hair and I'll look super sharp and all of these things. And then if they're like, is your hair, is that like permanent color? Is it going to wash out? What's up with that? I'd be like, it could be whatever you need it to be. But it has to really be for a firm that I want to work for. If I can get into a firm for civil rights litigation right off the bat, and then if I can be able to work for them, and then have them be able to like help me with my shit, you know what I'm saying? Help me get into law school. To do that, that would be dope. Because I don't know what these two firms that are interning, I don't know what they're doing. Or what the company is for. So, because I know I feel pretty comfortable doing contracts. That's something that like I definitely would feel comfortable diving into. That would be something I'm comfortable diving into. Because that class was, I had a great teacher in that class. God damn it, Krystal. I had a great teacher in that class, and contracts are just easy. I'm sure these $120,000 a year fucking paralegal or senior paralegal fucking contract positions are a little more complex. Like, you know, when you get a real estate fucking or when you buy a house, all that paperwork, someone has to write that out, my friend. And they have real estate fucking law firms and attorneys and fucking paralegals and all of these fucking things to do those types of things. So I don't know if I'd want to get into that, honestly. I might be down for like, I don't know. I guess that's just gonna come with the territory, right? Just like writing out like 125 fucking page fucking contracts and agreements and terms and conditions and fucking, oh, what are they fucking called? There's something, you put it at the end of, they're already like pre-written fucking things, right? And you put it at the end of like all of your contracts. It's just shit that's always included, so you don't have to rewrite out all of that shit, but like the specific shit, those are things that you're gonna have to do. So, and a lot of these firms already have templates to use, you know what I'm saying? That way you're not fucking like 100% starting from scratch, like, well, what you got? Show me what you got, let me fucking show you what I could do. And that way you can see how they like their format, what they fucking want things to be like, all these things. Because essentially, you do the formatting. It's like, tab, tab, tab 3 times, fucking center that shit, fucking enter 3 fucking times, and indent once, and then fucking do all, like, you know what I mean? There's a layout, there's a format, and you just have to know it. And that's how we go to school for these things, my friends. So it's tight, and I'm super stoked about it. You know, I think what I'm bummed about the most about this move, honestly, is like, I really wanted to spend some time with my best friend, Sarah. Like, really wanted to spend some fucking time with her and just be able to do girl things and like, oh man, it would have been really nice, actually, to have a girlfriend like that. I have Shannon, but Shannon, she has her own things going on. So it's not like I can just like be hitting her up all the time, because she works all the time, she volunteers, and she has like her own personal life with her dude. So, you know, it's like she does a lot and she's fucking everywhere. So, but she's been wanting to hang out, and I'm gonna definitely put an effort into it. If I wasn't fucking going to LA this weekend, I would definitely hit her up. But it will be nice because I have 2 solid ass females for sure in my life that I know that I could just pick up the phone and call and just vent to. Actually, I would throw Sophia in there too, because I could do that, and Sophia is just a super compassionate person. Melissa is too. Melissa's just very busy too. But Sophia, she's, you know, like, she's married, domesticated mom, and works full time and teaches full time. So like, she's busy, but she's busy at home. My friend Melissa be out, dude. She fucking, I see her up on rooftops and shit, and I'm like, get it, bitch. Like, she's one of those independent ass women who got with like some lame ass fucking dude, and then when she left him, I was just like, fuck yeah. And then when I left my dude like a couple months later, she's like, fuck yeah, and I'm like, yeah. Like, we had a good time together. And she's out there now. I don't know if she's single or she's with her dude, but she's just like out there being super mom, running her shit at her fucking job. She's like a regional some shit whatever director. I don't know what the fuck she does, but she's killing it, and I'm so fucking proud of her. And fucking just doing it by herself with fucking her son, you know? And I give it up to her. I definitely do. So I have like 5 fucking female friends that I could hit up and be like, hey, what's up? Actually 4 female friends. This is my life right now, and, you know, they'll make time. But Sarah was different. She's like really something special as a person, and everyone that meets her outside of the circle, I mean, fuck, I guess it's just been like 2 people, like they definitely acknowledge that, and everyone that is friends with her knows that she's a solid ass human, and I'm just super lucky to be able to call her anything in my life, honestly. Because she's a good person. I'm a good person. I surround myself with good people. So that's what's up. That is what's up. But yeah. I'm gonna tell I'm gonna be down there this weekend. Like, girlfriend, let's fucking hang out. It'll be in late birthday shenanigans. But let's make it happen. Alright, 35 minutes. I thought it was going to be brief, but guess not. I'm out of here. I'm going to have to be productive. I have to be on my way and do my things. Yeah. And then I'm going to text her because I love her and I miss her. So, happy days to you guys. The countdown begins. It is Monday and the kids are already at school, which means I have 3 more mornings to drop them off, and then the 4th morning I can wake up with Waymond. And then it'll just be so nice. Just like have him, like, because he is a cuddler. He is a cuddler, and he's just so good at it. And I just love it all the time. Like, he's the full-on, like, hand fucking cupping boob, fucking arm fucking right next to you, right behind you, like, bodies sticking together in the summertime, and it's just, like, perfect in the wintertime, and, like, the times are changing, and it's, I remember when we fucking first started dating, he's like, yeah, don't you know it's cuffing season? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is cuffing season? Like, I've been in a relationship for 11 years. I don't be knowing, right? I told that to fucking dude yesterday, my daughter's fucking dad, my daughter's friend's dad, who was next to me, and he's like, 11 years? And I'm like, yeah, he's like, I can't even do 2. And I'm like, bro, yeah, 19 to 31, long time. Long time. Long time. A little longer, 12 years? Fuck, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it was rough, dude. So anyways, yeah, sorry, that fucking comment distracted me. But yeah, feels good to get my fucking life together. Feels good to know what I'm going to be doing and where I'm at. And I'm comfortable in the Bay. I know Ray's like, there's nothing to fucking do there. And I'm like, Raymond, we're not trying to do shit here anyways. We're trying to travel and do things out, like, out in the area. Like, we can, and you know what's dope is that now we can go visit. You know what? My heart just, like, grew right now, right? Because this is a good thing. And fuck you, Dyer, for costing me like $15,000 to figure it out. But you're right. It is better that I'm here. Why is it better that I'm here? Because I have so many friends, not family, sir, but friends that have moved, that if I didn't live here, they would be way too far to fucking visit, right? Like my cousin Eddie bought a house in fucking Reno, and cousin Eddie bought a fucking house in Reno, and he was telling fucking Reno, like, yeah, come on out here, all of these things, stay out here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, because there's fucking Virginia City out there, and there's Carson City, and I know both of those fucking towns like the back of my hand, and I hella want to go out there because Zach Baggins fucking went out to Virginia City and went to this haunted place, and like, now that I'm not fucking 12 years old, you know what I'm saying, like, I can go to these places and have a good time. So because my grandparents, they have a timeshare over in Sparks, right? And Sparks is like 10 minutes from fucking Reno. So I've been going there ever since I was a little kid too. Like, that was like our yearly summerly trip. Because every year we would go to Texas for like 3 weeks by ourselves, and then we'd go to Reno for a week with my sisters. And it was fun. You know, like, we would go out there. They had a pool at the they had a pool. God, I'm such a fucking dickhead to my grandma sometimes. They had a pool over at, what is it called? At the timeshare place. So we would spend our days there because it'd be fucking hot. We'd always go like during hot August nights and shit. Hot as balls out there, you guys. But it was just such a good experience, and I'm very thankful that I had grandparents that were so outgoing. Like my grandpa liked to drive. For real, that was my grandpa's thing. My grandpa still likes to drive. If he didn't have his fucking arthritis the way he does, he would drive more. You know? But it's just hard for him now. But they would take us everywhere. We'd go to fucking Monterey, went to the fucking Jelly Belly factory when we were fucking little. We used to fucking went to Sacramento, went to the Capitol. We'd just do dude, I remember we taking like trips out to the valley because we had a whole family in like Modesto. Hell family in Modesto, and we like go from there. Like, dude, it was just like a ranch area. Like, it was just tight, dude. Like, we just did a whole bunch of things when I was younger. And oh yeah, grandpa driving. He drove for the generals in the military, and then after that he drove like a bus for like 30 fucking something years, and he retired from that. And then after he fucking retired, then he went and drove the school bus for the kids for like another like 10 years, I think, actually, until the school, did he retire? Until the school buses fucking, oh no, I'm at 5%. Until the school buses, yeah, Sarah just texted me. See, I fucking knew it. I'm gonna tell her that I was making a YouTube video, and that like 10 minutes I was thinking of her. Okay, guys, that's it. I love my grandpa, he's the best. 41 minutes at 5%. Have a great day. I'm gonna color my hair the next time you guys see me. It's a thing.